What's up, guys? Welcome back. I have a fun car for you today. This is a 2022 Infiniti QX60. Now, this is an Autograph edition, which is the highest end trim, and I've been chasing this trim for a while now. Now, 2023 is almost impossible to get, so I decided to do this one. Now, I found this in the used car inventory of Infiniti of Sarasota. Those guys were nice enough to let me film it. So today I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out. Inside, outside, take it for a spin, the whole 9 yards. But before we do that, if I haven't introduced myself, my name is Matt. Here on Matt the Car Guy, I do 2 car reviews every single week. So if automotive content is something you enjoy watching, do me a favor, check out the rest of my channel. Give me a subscribe if you like this content, and give me a like or 2 if you enjoy this video. Now let's get back to this. Infiniti redesigned the QX60 for 2022 model year, which is what we have right now. They've only made a few changes for 2023, and I'm going to kind of point it out while I'm going through the features on this vehicle. So if you look at it in front, I like it. It's sporty, it's sleek, it's stylish, it's elegant, it's got all of that. It does have like one body line that goes in the middle over here through the hood, and 2 that kind of raise up the hood, make it for this more sleek look of it. Big grille. Most of the manufacturers are going with the big grills. Piano black with a lot of chrome around it. Now, Infiniti is actually embossed inside of this chrome trim piece over here, and also a big chrome Infiniti logo right here. The one thing I'm not pretty sure about it is this. These are the underguards, kind of like skid plates in this chrome trim. Well, if you're also not sure about it, don't worry, because for 2023, there are actually a different color, kind of this dark gray, almost black. So bottom portion right here, this is all matte black, and then you have this trim pieces over here. Now, these are not functional. I wish they kind of made it functional for the better aerodynamics, but I guess they didn't need it. And those cat eye lights, LED lights, very nice, with this very unique light signature LED daytime running lights right on top of here. But overall, very nice design. Let's see what powers up this thing. So underneath the hood, you'll find a 3.5 liter V6 engine, 295 horsepower, about 270 pound-feet of torque. Now, it is mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission, so it's not a CVT anymore, which is good. It's an improvement over the previous generation. It can propel this vehicle in about 6.6 seconds from 0 to 60 miles per hour. Now, it also has an increased towing capacity, because right now this vehicle can tow up to 6,000 pounds. And looking at this engine compartment right here, there's nothing too crazy about it, but I like the struts that hold up the hood, as well as some of the hood noise insulation that you can see right here. Check this out, because this QX60 is the first Infiniti to actually feature a 2-tone design. I really like it. I like this all black roof in combination with this in particular. This is the Moonbow blue color. It looks really, really nice. Again, a stylish design on the side of it. One thing right away that pops at me, you look at those trims around the wheel wells. Now, this is the matte black. I kind of wish on the high-end trims like this, they would go with the same colors the rest of this vehicle. I know it kind of breaks it up. Maybe go for the, I don't know, piano black or something like this. Just looks a little bit more classy when you do that. I do like the wheels though. The wheels, that 2-tone, it has kind of this gunpowder metal with the silver finish, 255/50, of course, 20-inch rims on it, all-season tires, and then that trim that's around the wheel wells continues at the bottom of the door. But what I do like about this, they kind of broke it up with this chrome piece. It does have the Infiniti embossed in it, so it looks really, really nice. It's a little bit more chrome on the door handles as well as around the windows over here. Now, black mirror cover that matching the roof. It does have the turn signal, does have the blind spot assist over here, and of course this vehicle is equipped with a smart entry system, so you don't have to press any buttons on the key to lock it or unlock it. All you have to do is simply slide your hand inside the door handle. The sensors will unlock it for you. Overall, the design is pretty cool. Now this one has the optional crossbars, and it says 165 pounds capacity if you put something on top of it. Let's check out the back. So first thing I asked the guys about is, what the heck is this? Those kind of the trim pieces that looks like the fake exhaust, and it's all chrome and kind of pops out at you when you look at it. Well, the good news is for 2023, Infiniti is no longer going to have this on the autograph trim or on any of the trims. They're actually going to be the dark gray ones or almost black trim. So from what I'm told, it's going to definitely look a lot nicer. But since we're at the bottom of the bumper right here, you can see this trailer hitch. As I mentioned, now it does have a towing capacity to up to 6,000 pounds, which is, you know, about 1,000 pounds more than the previous generation one, which is good, right? And scrolling up over here, you have the Infiniti right in the middle, all-wheel drive QX60 chrome bumper cover right over here, Infiniti logo, and I like this all LED light setup. Now you have this big lights that look like they're connecting, but this trim piece over here, actually it's not a light, it's just a trim piece, a piano black. You do have the backup camera over here, gate spoiler, third brake light, exposed wiper. That's all we have in the back. You can open the gate several different ways. One way is to do it off the gate itself, then you can also open it from the inside or from the remote. Well, let's see how much room we have with this midsize SUV. Check this out, and right behind the third row seat, well, it's not huge, but it's decent. I mean, it does have probably about 17, 18 inches of room in the back. Right here you can see a set of buttons, and those buttons are actually to raise the seats back up, so you can actually fold them up by yourself like this, you know, drop it, boom, they're down. But if you wanted to raise it up, you don't have to reach for it. All you have to do is press the button and the car will do the work for you. But let's actually drop both of them and let's see how much room we have with the third row seats folded down, and that expands quite a bit from just the behind the third row seat. So now we have quite a bit of cargo room in the back, and we can take a look in the third seat compartment. So you do have a charger over there, as well as you have the cup holders on both sides, and right behind it right here you have an additional cargo room and cargo storage for additional stuff that you might want to put in here. And it does have some dividers, so in case you want to either put something big or a lot more smaller stuff, you can actually get to it too. Now, if you were asking about the spare tire over here, I'm going to show it to you. It's actually underneath the car, so worry nothing. Spare tire is actually here. Now, it is a donut tire. It's a temporary use tire, but it's there. As far as the roominess in the back, it's definitely pretty spacious. I have the front seat adjusted to my regular driver position. I'm 6 feet tall. Look how far I am from the front seat. Now, the back seat over here, I can recline it a little bit more to be a little bit more comfortable. However, I gotta tell you, I find this seat a little bit too tough, especially for the luxury brand. I'll show them to you. They look absolutely magnificent, but they're not as comfortable as I thought they would be, at least not in the back. Shoulder room, definitely not a problem. As far as the headroom, I'm good there too. Interior is incredible. Let me show it to you. Starting with the door panel right in the back here, you can see a lot of premium materials. So you have this soft leather looking, I think it's a leather looking material, not an actual leather, but that's very soft, very good to the touch. Then you have this trim piece. It's an open pore wood, and then you have this aluminum trim piece at the bottom here, and that's in combination with this saddle leather, and you can see it does have the Bose Performance Series steer. There you go. We just gave up all the secrets of this vehicle, but you know, right at the bottom here, this is the only hard plastic portion of it. Not a big deal. Most people won't even touch it. It does have a manual sunshade over here, which is a nice feature, and let's check out the interior of it. So we're gonna start with the third row seat. Actually, there's a button right here. All you do is press it and the seat moves up by itself, basically allowing you to enter into the third row seat. Now the third row seat, actually it does have one, two, there's no third seat belt, so I was wrong. It's actually for two people, and that's what it should be, because certainly there's no room for third person. Now if you look in the back right over here, this is a good example, because this seat is adjusted all the way back, so if somebody was sitting in the back here, you'd probably get his knees smashed unless it was a smaller person or a child. So that's basically the seats are designed for. Now if you move this back, let's check this out. Now I really like how Infiniti designed these seats. So you have a little bit of everything. So you have a quilted leather, perforated leather, solid leather. You have a contrast stitching. You have tubing over here. You have autograph that's kind of embossed inside of this leather trim piece over here. And the seats are meant to look really, really good. Well, at least on the picture, because like I said, they're not as comfortable as I thought they would be when I sat in them. But that's for the back seats. We're gonna check out the front in just a little bit. So 2 seat configurations in the back. You do have this console over here. So you have cup holders, you have a little bit more storage right underneath here. And then you have your climate controls over here as well. You have a USB-C, USB Type A, and the regular household outlet over here. And the backs of the front seats, you have some seat back pockets, so for extra storage. And up on top, you have this huge panoramic sunroof. It's probably the best shot that we're gonna get from here. Can't forget to check how this vehicle's doors sound when it's closed. Boom, it's actually nice, super solid. You can see that there's quality in here. Definitely front door panel, just as the back, except you have an addition of 2 memory seat settings. The same kind of materials as you've seen in the back, and then you have your window mirror lock controls and a little bit more storage down below in the front door. You have Infiniti basically lit up right on the door sill, and a lot of controls for the seat. That includes the massage setting that we're going to definitely check that out, but that's what you have here. Look how pretty it looks. It is a very good looking interior. And go in and explore some of the other features. I want to show you that there's an extra storage compartment right underneath this whole console where you control the vehicle, and then regular gas pedals and brake pedals, and then you have tilt and telescoping steering wheel, and this is all power like for the luxury vehicle should be. The interior of this Infiniti QX60 definitely doesn't disappoint. It looks very, very, very premium. I actually like that saddle leather a lot, and I like how they actually went a step further, and instead of just covering this with leather, they covered it with quilted leather, so it looks like a piece of a very expensive, nice furniture. And then you have a combination, a little bit of everything right there over here. You can see that this is that open pour wood. Here you have this piano black connecting the vents basically from the middle to the side of the vehicle. Now you have the 12.3-inch screen, one of them, there's 2 of them, and then right on top, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a actual head-up display over there, which you can see certain features of this vehicle. Like I mentioned before already, the steering wheel is tilt and telescoping. It is on the sportier side. It does have the flat bottom steering wheel. It does have the aluminum trim piece over here. Infiniti, not a huge logo, not kind of like in your face. And then you have a bunch of buttons on both sides. So right away you can see that on the right hand side you have the safety features on this vehicle, and that turns on this screen over here. So you have a forward lane and blind spot assist basically. The rear door is activated. I'm not sure what that means, but we're going to check that out later. Then you have the cruise control buttons, and this is for the dynamic cruise control. You can adjust the distance between you and the car in front of you. You have your voice control and your phone button over here. Now on the other side you have basically a scroll type of selector, which you can basically select the messages on the screen and push it in order to, open it, or you can simply push side to side and see what else is there. Now there's a lot of functions of this vehicle. Now there's a shortcut menu, and that's basically what this is, and we're going to check this out. So the shortcut menu, It goes through audio source, driver's assistance, personal display. So let's say change meter view. Let's see what's available. Right there, we can see classic display, very nice. On the right hand side, you have the speedometer, left hand side tachometer. Right in the front of you, it says which directions we're going, west, northwest. 82 degrees outside, and what's playing on the Sirius XM radio. So we have a range of 378 miles. That's all displayed right there. And then, well, let's go back to the shortcut menu. We'll see the audio source. So you have the choices AM, FM, Sirius XM. Back to this driver's assistance, lane assist, blind spot assist, emergency assist. Those are all features that you can control. Personal display. See that? You have, okay, so you can check this out, and you can have the fuel economy, time to destination, navigation, blank, and as you can see, that switches inside of that tachometer. So right now we have a gear position, and you can change that to trip if you like to, manual reset, or auto when refueling, so that trip's gonna reset every time you do that. Nice and crisp display. All right, so that's basically what you have in the instrument cluster. Okay, and let's take it to another 12.3 inch screen. I don't know what it is with the 12.3. Why not 12.5? Why not 12? It seems to be like 12.3. Right there, here's what we see. So we have the radio displayed over here, so Sirius XM. All right, I can't really turn it up because of the YouTube copyright policies. However, you gotta trust me, it sounds really, really good with this Bose Performance Series stereo. Now you have different options. Like if you go down over here, you have the AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth audio, USB, and you can go to menu. So let's open up the home menu and let's see. This is your main menu. So you have your clock. Remember the older Infinitis used to have this analog clock like somewhere in the middle of it. Looked really, really nice. This is basically, you can move this widgets. You can do it as a digital or analog kind of looking clock. Customize home menu, which you can do. Let's see what that is. So adding or replacing items, drag an icon from top area to the bottom area, and that's what it's going to be. Customize split screen, go home, and then SXM traffic, sports, fuel prices. You have to have a subscription to the Sirius XM. Let's go back over here, massage settings, okay? So you have different massage settings. You have a relaxing massage. Let's turn the power on. Relaxing, okay? Then you have refreshing, and you also have lumbar massage. So 3 different massages, and that's different for the driver and passenger, and I can definitely feel like it's working my lumbar right now. And you can adjust the intensity and speed of it, so that's pretty cool feature too. Let's go back, but I'm not going to turn it off. It actually feels good because you can customize basically what's going on the right hand side. As you can see, it changes right now. 5-day weather forecast, hourly weather forecast, TomTom current weather, TomTom, which means that navigation is actually based on TomTom. So audio map connections, let's go here. Okay, devices, add new, Wi-Fi, USB. You don't have any of this. Guess what? So this vehicle is equipped with the wireless Apple CarPlay, but not wireless Android Auto. It does have Android Auto, but you need to connect it through a wire. And I thought that this might be one of the features that they're gonna change for 2023, but on Infiniti's website it still says that it does have the wired Android Auto. So connections, navigations, sound, you can change settings for any of those. System, voice, camera, display settings. All right, so brightness, contrast, tint, color, black, level, etc. So basically this is the settings for the camera. Well, speaking of which, let's check out the camera itself. And you know, the quality of the camera is not the greatest, to be honest with you. It's a little grainy if you look in the back. It does have the 360, right? So which is a nice feature. It does have the active trajectory lines. This is your infotainment system, basically. It does have a lot of options. Now, there's another screen over here, and it's hard to see because it's very reflective surface. It's kind of like this black glass, but basically this is your climate controllers. So you can see right there, you have your temperature settings, you have your heated ventilated seat, you have your heated steering wheel over here. You can select the rear controls if you'd like to. You can also select the fan speed and everything that you can imagine you can do on this. Now this is not just a touchscreen. You actually have to kind of push on these buttons and it kind of gives you feedback. I'm not sure if you can hear it in the camera. A little bit, maybe. All right, so that's what we have. Now on top of here, you have some shortcuts for your radio, and then you can set up the screen, whether you want the night or day view. And this is pretty much it. You can also set up the clean air, and that basically, it cleans the air inside this cabin through, the filtration system. Right over here, you have the wireless charger, and right in the back, you have the USB-C, USB Type-A. Right in the middle, you have the engine start-stop button. This is your gear shifter. It's actually pretty comfortable. It's kind of like in between the push-button gear shifter and the regular one. So all you have to do is push the button on the side, move it towards you, and then you put it in drive. And if you want to do it one more time, it's going to put you in the manual mode. And one thing I didn't show you, which I'm making this up right now, is over here. Here's your gear shifter. So you can put it in the manual mode and shift the gears manually. Right, so you have drive modes, and actually that's where you change them. And here's what you have. You have personal, sport, auto, and eco drive mode. I'll leave it in sport. No changes to the display, however. Auto off button, you can turn that feature on or off. Electronic parking brake, and then you have to where you control the screen in front of you. Now it is also touchscreen. As you can see, I was doing a lot of touchscreen swiping and stuff, but if you don't like touchscreen, you have this little dial over here, and then you also have the button on top, so you can push it to say okay, or you can move this whole thing left, right, top, and down to you basically move around the screen. And some shortcuts: audio, menu, map, voice, back, camera, and that's what we have. Open this up for additional storage and additional charging ports. So you have your USB Type-A, and then you have your regular cigarette lighter style adapter for your charging cup holders. Move up over here. We've already seen the big panoramic sunroof, and it works. You can also close the cover or close the sunroof by itself. And of course you do have the illuminated mirrors. That is it. This is the interior of it. Looks really nice, really premium. Let's take this vehicle for a spin. So the vehicle is running. I'm about to take this vehicle for a spin. Since this is a 2022 model year, I can only say of what this one cost new. So at the time of delivery, because I found the sticker price on it, the sticker price was $66,310, and that's including the destination charge. So I gotta tell you, for the top of the line model, it is definitely very competitive with the segment. So if you're looking like the Acura MDX, for the Apex, you're probably going to be somewhere around the same price. I've just done the Type S. That was a little bit more. That was about 70. But then if you look at the German competition like the X5 or the GLE Mercedes, if you load them up, you're definitely going to be thousands of dollars more. So check out the Infiniti's website. I don't want to give out the wrong information for 2023 model year, as this is a 2022. So the things I want to check is definitely the turning radius of this vehicle. So we do have this nice and empty parking lot, and we're going to be able to do a full circle. So turning the wheel all the way to the left, and let's see, make sure there's nobody around us. There you go. It actually turns pretty well. Yeah, no question about it. It is a unibody construction, so it's not a body on frame, so it's going to be turning a little bit smoother and not as bulky as the previous generations one. And definitely it feels quieter inside, and maybe that's because of all of these premium materials that are inside of here, that it feels like it's more sound insulated than even the Lux one that I've done a few months back. So we're going to come up on the main road in just a little bit, so I'm going to be able to test out the acceleration of this vehicle. But overall, it's got good visibility even through the rear view mirror. Now, I haven't checked and see, yes, it does. So hopefully that other camera is going to pick it up. It does have this camera mirror, which is awesome. Let's move over here, and I'm going to stop right here. Make sure there's nobody behind me. I'll stop over here. And let's accelerate. This vehicle has already been broken in, so I'm in the sports mode. Let's go. We got it up to 60 miles per hour. It felt a little bit slower than I was kind of hoping for it, but still 6.6, 0 to 60. We're not buying it, or at least I hope people are not buying it to race it, but to take the kids back to school and maybe, you know, go on a nice dinner, enjoy this vehicle. It is not a sports car, and that's, you know, substantial for non-sports car. I'll turn off this camera mirror over here, and we're gonna check out. I'm gonna hit the brakes a little bit harder. See, I hope you heard that. That was the lane keep assist telling me that I didn't turn the turn signals on it. So let's hit the brakes. Pretty nice, actually. It sounded though like the brakes had some kind of assist to it, because there was a noise associated with it other than the regular braking noise. And then we come out from here, and let's accelerate one more time, but not from the stop, and see kind of like passing acceleration. Pretty smooth, actually. Now, the naturally aspirated engine is going to have a completely different power delivery than, you know, the turbo engines. This is a naturally aspirated engine. 295 horsepower, about very similar to a lot of competitors in the segment, both premium, luxury, and non-luxury. So overall, it feels very good. By the way, I love that massage. It's still working my back. Now, this is for lumbar. I think I'm going to change that to a different massage setting. So let me hit that. There you go. It just says on and off. So I'd actually have to go through the menu to change that for a different one. I'm going to do it when I stop and relax a little bit. So overall, a really nice vehicle. It does have a lot of premium features on here. Two disappointments, really. One is fixed for 2023, and those are the trim pieces, both in front and the back, kind of the awkward chrome pieces, and that's no longer available for 2023. The other one, you know, if it has wireless Apple CarPlay, why not wireless Android Auto? That's just my question. Maybe there is a reasoning, licensing, something. I have no idea. But if the quality of the connection for Apple CarPlay is good enough, it should be good enough for Android Auto as well. Price-wise, you know, I mean, $66,000 as far as the MSRP. I'm not sure how much they went up for 2023, but that's, you know, fairly normal in this segment, in this price category. So overall, a positive impressions of this Infiniti QX60 Autograph Edition. One other thing, I wish those seats in the back were a little bit more plushy. That's just my own personal opinion. Other than that, it's a great vehicle, guys. If you're anywhere in Florida and looking for Infiniti, definitely check out Infiniti of Sarasota. Great group of people. They'll definitely help you out. I'll post a link in the description of this video so you can check out their website. Maybe give them a call if you're interested in this particular one. As, of course, as of the time of this filming, it is still here, and maybe it will be here when the video is up. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, do me a favor, check it out. Hopefully you find something that you like. Hit that subscribe button if you like this video. Give me a like or two. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.